Once again, welcome to our Darien Citizen of the Year event, honoring our 2015 Citizen of the Year, Ron Kiefer. And tonight I'd like to start our program by introducing some of the individuals that are in our audience today, representing various other levels of government. We have our Darien Chamber of Commerce President, Claire Bongiovanni. Claire, where are you this evening? Doing a great job representing our businesses and promoting our businesses in the city of Darien. With us tonight are some Darien Park District members. We have Ray Jablonski, Kathy Marquez, and Frank Novarini. Oh, and we have Rob Sirocco too. Yes, yes. From our City of Darien government, we have our city clerk, Joanne Rigona. Our city treasurer, Mike Corin. Our city administrator, Brian Vanna. We love to tell this story about how he broke his knee. And Dan loves to tease him that he was at the dog park with his dog and a chihuahua ran into him. Extensive surgery from that minor incident, but he's taken the ribbings very well. Also, we have a number of our city council members here this evening. From Ward 1, Ted Schauer is with us this evening. Ward 2, Tina Belke. There she is. Joe Kenny. Joe's over there. Alderman from Ward 4, York Seifert. And Joe Marquez from for the Alderman of Ward 5. Okay. Alderman from Ward 6 is Sylvia Mciver. We have our Municipal Services Director, Dan Gombick, with us this evening. And he's a pretty popular guy this year, you know, with our snow plowing and stuff. He's glowing in the Channel 7 news clip about how wonderful we are. As John Carr is going to take autographs after that one. Also this evening, and with our Citizen of the Year dinner dance recognizing our 2015 Citizen of the Year, we like to honor all of our volunteer members of committees and commissions. And so I'd like to mention their names and ask them to stand to get a warm applause. From our Communications and Cable Volunteers Committee, we have Anavar Salgado, Steve Kowina, Dennis Kelly, and Art Wernley. Recently retired from the committee and has chosen to move out of Darien. It is our loss with Art moving on. From our Environmental Committee, we have Jim Tukalski, Krish Sant, and Arletta Pecknick. From our Fire and Police Commission, we have Wayne Sharnack and Frank Novarini. And from our Planning and Zoning Commission, we have Ron Kiefer, strangely. Yes. John Larada, Lou Mallers, right over here, Ray Milkus, Bev Meyer, and Ken Ritzert. From our Police Pension Board, representing the city, actually, for the Police Pension Board is Mike Korn, our city treasurer. And every year at Christmas time or around the Christmas holidays, we have a home decorating committee choose all the homes in Darien that are decorated beautifully. And from that committee, we have Jim Kaiser with us this evening. And a very important part of our city is our lending closet. I think I introduced this couple last year for the first time. I think you attended the first time last year. This is an important service we have in the city. The lending closet, Mary and Dan Sackett are with us this evening. The lending closet has medical equipment like wheelchairs and canes and walkers that you can come and borrow for a while. So if anyone in your home needs to have some, and crutches too. So if anyone in your family needs to have some of these kinds of equipment, please call City Hall and we'll get you hooked up. And from our, thank you, you've been doing it quite a few years now, haven't you? Yes. And today was put together by a very wonderful group of individuals, our Citizen of the Year committee, and their liaison is Tina Belke, but Barb Boyer, they're all sitting together, I think, tonight. Barb Boyer, Carol Mallers, Linda Zeman, and the chairman, Bonnie Kucera. And every year they come up, once they find out who the Citizen of the Year is, they come up with the centerpiece that you see here tonight, streamlined just for that individual. And I thought that was very unique, what they came up for you, Ron. And I hope everybody's writing, oh, look at, there's all sorts of notes up there already. Good, good. Now I'd like to honor the past Citizens of the Year who are in the audience this evening. And if we could, just for a moment, take a moment to remember two individuals, two of our past Citizens of the Year who passed away this year. We lost our 1987 Citizen of the Year, Jill Carr, and Sam Kelly, who at one time was the mayor of Darien, and our 1988 Citizen of the Year. So I'd just like to take a moment of silence to honor them. They were very influential people in the city of Darien, so I'd like to take a moment just to honor them. And then we have some other Citizens of the Year, past Citizens of the Year with us. This evening, Lil Brown from 1974. Elmer Kalney. 1998 was Jeanette Campo. 2002, Krish Sant. The year the lights went out, Krish Sant, we'll never forget that year. I think I was supposed to be the MC that evening. I was in a plane trying to get back to Chicago, and I think the whole Citizen of the Year dinner dance was in the dark, wasn't it, Krish? I forget. Yes, it was quite an unusual evening. 2003, Father Gavin Quinn. In 2004, John Callan. Joanne Dinello was our 2005 Citizen of the Year. And 2006, Rosemarie Courtney was our Citizen of the Year. 2008, oh, he moved, Jim Tukulski. I thought he was behind me. In 2009, Mr. Donner. In 2012, we had the honor of honoring a husband and wife, Rob and Char Vion. In 2013, Kathy Marquez was our Citizen of the Year. And in 2014, John Podorowski. With all of these individuals, you can understand why the city of Darien is a nice place to live, because of all of these volunteers and all the quality of all of our citizens, past Citizens of the Year. On Tuesday, February 17th, the City Council passed a resolution honoring Ron, and at this time I would like to read it again for all of you to understand why we're honoring this man this evening. And I think I have it here. Yes. Whereas Ron Kiefer has been a resident of Darien since 1990, and whereas Ron has 2 children, son Brian and daughter Lynn, and whereas Ron and Esther Kiefer married in 1996, and whereas Ron and Esther have 4 grandchildren, Christina, Colin, Camden, and Sloan, who proclaim that Papa Ron is the best grandfather in the world. And whereas Ron Kiefer's milestones are not measured in days or months of support, but in multitude of years. And whereas Ron Kiefer began his gift to children as an educator, counselor, and principal in the Cicero School District, and whereas after 34 years of guiding, enriching, and enhancing thousands of young lives, he retired in 2000. And whereas in the 60s and 70s, Ron was a member of the JCs and held every office by 1978, and whereas Ron was selected as one of the 10 outstanding young men by the Illinois JCs in 1971, and whereas Ron Kiefer was elected to the Morton College Board of Trustees in 1983, where he served 7 years, 2 of which was board chairman. And whereas Ron Kiefer also served 2 years as chairman of the Educational Excellence Committee of the Illinois Community College Trustees Association, and whereas Ron Kiefer was chairman of the West Suburban Region of Community College Trustees, which included the College of DuPage for 1 year, and whereas Ron Kiefer volunteered and supported and was president of the Children's Center of Cicero Berwyn and was awarded the Hold My Hand Award in 2007 in recognition of his devotion and commitment to the children of the community. And whereas Ron Kiefer served 20+ years, 10 of those years as president of the Morton Scholarship League, a working body that financially supports at-risk high school students who without monetary aid could potentially drop out of school due to the need to work to help support their families. And whereas Ron Kiefer has also served as the Youth Opportunities Subcommittee of the Cicero Youth Task Force, and whereas Ron Kiefer is an avid supporter of CSPAR, which centers its core principles on children with special needs. And whereas Ron Kiefer also supports Seguin, the adult side of the special needs program, and whereas Ron Kiefer has been a member of the Darien Zoning and Planning and Zoning Committee since October of 2002, and whereas Ron Kiefer has been an important part of the Darien Lions Club since 2001, where he has served on numerous committees as chairman and volunteer. And Ron is known as a neighbor and a friend who frequently checks on the well-being of his elderly neighbors, cleans their snow in the winter, cuts their grass in the summer. And whereas Ron is always there with a kind word, a good joke, or a bag of vegetables from his garden, and in harsh temperatures is known to have a hot cup of coffee waiting for the mail carriers when they finish their routes. And whereas in her nomination letter, Judy Bartopinko wrote in part, demonstrating exemplary efforts and vision in bringing the community together, I believe that Ron represents all that Darien, as well as the state of Illinois, can be proud of. Ron is a willing volunteer who gives his heart and time to making Darien a better place to live and work. He is the kind of person that makes Darien as great as it is, and it is for this reason that I feel he should be recognized for his hard work and dedication. And whereas Ron certainly satisfies the guidelines for the Citizen of the Year Committee for his diversity of activities, length of service, degree of involvement in the community, and impact on our city. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council that Ron Kiefer be designated as our 2015 Citizen of the Year for the City of Darien in recognition of his many years of dedicated service to the City of Darien and its residents. And this was the resolution passed unanimously February 17th at our City Council meeting. So congratulations. We have numerous recognition here, and I won't bring you up, Ron, until I get through all of them because I'm going to hand you a handful. So some of the recognition that we've received was from Governor Bruce Rauner. We've received, I believe I have that recognition right here. Let me take a look and see. Dear Mr. Kiefer, as Governor of the State of Illinois, I'm pleased to congratulate you on being named our 2015 Citizen of the Year. This is a well-deserved award, and it should make you very proud to be recognized for your contributions to your committee. Being named Citizen of the Year in your community is a terrific honor and a testament to the dedicated efforts you have put forward throughout the years. Congratulations again, and on behalf of the people of the land of Lincoln, I offer my best wishes for continued health, happiness, and success. And Dan Cronin also has recognized you with a proclamation, which I will present to you. And also Senator Mark Kirk has sent a letter of congratulations, which we will present to you also. And it goes on. Honorable Bill Foster, our delegate in the United States House of Representatives sent you a proclamation that was read on the House floor. And the Senate was Senator Christine Radogno has presented you with the Senate recognition. And also we have Representative Patty Bellock having recognized you, and Ron Sandek and Jim Durkin. And this is quite the list. and also I guess this is pretty special. Mr. Kiefer, it is my pleasure as pastor of Our Lady of Peace Catholic Church to congratulate you on receiving the 2015 Citizen of the Year Award. It is my understanding that you have given freely of your time and talent in many causes within the city of Darien and its surrounding communities. Your willingness to help others exhibits a strong sense of commitment to do good by following and fulfilling the messages of the gospel. And this was written by Father Walter, the pastor of Our Lady of Peace. So those are some pretty sizable recognitions, Ron, and you'll be able to take all of these home with you, and I'll present those to you in a minute. But I think I have an even better recognition right now. I think I'm going to have to, if memory serves me right, I think I'm going to have to turn over the microphone to somebody here. But I'm going to introduce your grandchildren. Yes. Okay. And I'd like them to come forward, please.
Papa, Camden Sloan and I are very proud of you. We are honored to present you with this United States flag that was flown over the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. on January 30th, 2015 in recognition of you being named Darien's 2015 Citizen of the Year. We love you very much.
Ron, please come forward. Ron, come on up.
Easy for you to say.
I know. I know that. You know what? What would we do without grandchildren? That's special. That's our gift to us after, or the punishment we give our children. I don't know which. But this is your Citizen of the Year plaque, honoring you as the 2015 Citizen of the Year. And as I said, I have a number of things here for you. So if you want to sit down, I'm going to turn this over to a Toastmaster. But do you want to take this with you? Okay.
Thank you.
Very good. I just want to give out two reminders that the centerpieces that were put on each table are gifts for past and the present Citizens of the Year honorees. So please remember to take one home, all of the past Citizens of the Year who are here. Our videotaping is being done by Al Kohout of Sound Memories Video, and this video will be seen on Channel 6 on our Channel 6 for your viewing and future dates. So please watch for it. So now I'm going to skedaddle here, and I'm going to turn it over to our Toastmaster this evening, John Galan, who will give us a rousing toast right now. But thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I don't know how I can follow that. I was asked by Ron to make a toast tonight, and I'll forego the PowerPoint presentations and the visual aids that I'm very famous for, and try to keep this short. As do most of you of normal height, I've always looked up to Ron. Of course, all I've ever seen is nose hair, but I digress. I count myself lucky to be one of the hundreds of people in Darien, Cicero, Berwyn, and numerous other suburbs, along with everyone in this room, to have the privilege to call Ron a good friend. And tonight, Ron gets the recognition he would never have asked for, but he truly deserves. So with that said, could you please grab a glass and raise a glass? To Ron Kiefer, thank you for being the shining example of what it means to truly care for your fellow man. Long life and happiness. Salud. And now it's my privilege to turn this over to his son, the other guy that I look up to, his son Brian Kiefer.
Thank you, John. I know how things are typically done, but my father is a guy that doesn't like to hear a lot about himself. So with his wishes in mind, I will be, instead of marching a bunch of friends over, I will be the only one speaking for him tonight. Like all little boys, probably across America and other countries, I used to get in arguments with friends and acquaintances. Said my dad could beat up your dad. And eventually, those boys would come to my house and look at the mountain of a man that he is. And I would win that argument. Now that I'm older, I still occasionally get in some arguments. And with my friends, I always say, my dad's more philanthropic than your dad. Tonight, I would like to thank the nominating committee and the men and women of the Darien City Council, because I can now officially win all of those arguments also. We've heard in the proclamations all of the wonderful and charitable things that my father has been a part of. However, I would like to tell you about the man that my father is. For my father, being nice is not an option. It's just who he is. It's very rare that you ever see him without a smile. His concern for others is immense, and he's the truest friend that you'll ever know. You know that's true because you look outside here and see all the people in the audience. A son of an old school man who saw 2 world wars, worked several jobs to make a life for his family. My father learned about hard work early. But through his father, he also learned that if you enjoy what you do, that you take more away from the task that you completed than the task took from you. This became abundantly clear to me when we moved to Darien. I was younger, I thought Darien was a world away from Berwyn and Cicero. It seemed like forever. But people, they would come up to him. We'd be in Jewel parking lot. And they'd say, Mr. Kiefer, you were my principal. Or Mr. Kiefer, you were my teacher. They wanted to chat and share their lives with him in the middle of Jewel parking lot, because they felt that he had cared so greatly about them so long ago. And he did. He still cared that very day. It made him happy to see they were doing well. And if they weren't doing well, he hurt with them too. People may wonder why he does what he does. I believe that he considers himself truly lucky. Lucky to have a wife who he loves and who loves him. Lucky to have 2 caring children and 4 phenomenal grandchildren. Lucky to have a roof over his head and not have to struggle. And lucky to be surrounded with so many people who care about him. I also believe that he's trying to share. Share a philosophy that the glass is half full. Share the belief that no matter what your struggle or circumstance is, you have the chance to fill that glass up. As many of my fellow Lions that I see are here tonight, it reminds me of our insignia, which we've heard so many times in indoctrinations, that we are mindful of the past and optimistic for the future. Knowing the lives that my father has touched for all the years, that both professional and in his volunteer life, which, by the way, he will tell you is way more hectic than when he worked, he is definitely mindful of the past. And what he could be his greatest legacy, I believe, his grandchildren, who follow by his example, who have worked pancake breakfasts and raised money for cancer, and raised money for tornado victims, and went and served in food lines for tornado victims. I am most certain that he is optimistic for the future. In closing, it's commonly known that we often turn into our parents. You never believe it when you're younger, but you start getting older and you see some parallels. Sometimes it's a picture that takes you back and strikes you because you see the resemblance. Sometimes it's when your kids ask you what a word means and you tell them to look it up for themselves. And they give you that disgruntled face that you gave him 30 years ago. Or maybe it's the way that your kids yell, "Oh, come on, Dad," when you walk out of the bathroom. Just like you did when he did the same thing. As everyday likenesses grow and make me laugh or bring a smile to my face, I just hope that those likenesses can transcend the physical and that I can become even half the father, the friend, and the overall person he is today. For myself and my family, Lynn and her family, and Vinny, congratulations. We are all very proud and could not be prouder. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's my job. The 2015 Darien Citizen of the Year, Ron Kiefer.
Thank you. Oh my God. I think I have an idea how Lou Gehrig felt when he walked out on that field and he said, "Today I'm the luckiest man on earth. I am so blessed. I have a wife who is so wonderful and makes me laugh every day and I look forward to every day I get to spend with her. I have children and grandchildren that I am so proud of and who don't mind spending time with me. I have in-laws that are as much family to me as my own. And I have wonderful friends and neighbors who are always there for me. You know, I live in the city of Darien. The Cubs are actually giving us some hope this year. You know, I thought I had it all. And then this happened. So I really want to thank the committee for all their hard work and especially their perseverance, because if they allowed me to say no, I wouldn't be standing up here now. And I want to thank the city council, not just for, you know, your vote of confidence, but for all you do to make Darien a nice place to live. I want to thank my family for all their support and their understanding, because to do some of the things I did, I had to take time away from them. I want to thank all my wonderful friends and neighbors, all the, you know, my fellow board members that are here from like the Children's Center, from the Morton Scholarship League, my friends from Seguin who have their big luncheon tomorrow celebrating 66 years of helping children with disabilities. And here they are out here tonight. It's just overwhelming. And my fellow co-workers from District 99 that all came out. You know, we had many years that we worked together and had such good times, and it's so good to see some old friends. I want to thank my fellow Lions. I am so proud to be a Lion. They are just a great group, and they do so much for this community. I want to thank my parents for raising me with the values that they did. And most of all, I want to thank God for sharing all these blessings with me. I just can't believe this evening. When I first got involved, when I first started teaching, my principal was a member of the Lions, and he talked me into going out on the street corner a couple hours before school one morning to shake my can and collect on Candy Day. I guess you could say that was my first episode of community service. But the Lions met at lunchtime, and as a teacher, there was no way you could get away. So eventually I got involved in the JCs, and the JCs are a young men's service organization. You're only in till you're 35. At that point, they consider you an exhausted rooster. And they did an awful lot in the community, just like our Lions do. The thing I really took away from my years as a JC is that we started every meeting with the JC Creed, just like our Lions Club starts our meetings with the Pledge of Allegiance. And that creed had such an impact on me, I'd just like to share those words with you this evening. We believe that faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life, that the brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations, that economic justice can best be won by free men through free enterprise, that government should be of laws rather than of men, that Earth's great treasure lies in human personality, and that service to humanity is the best work of life. So many of you here, as I look out, do so much for your communities. And I want to thank you for that, because everything that we do to make our communities better helps to make the world a better place to live. So thank you all for sharing this evening with me, and God bless you. Please get home safe. Thank you.